Hello and welcome everyone to ZZZ Game Forum. I'm your host Zal, and we have no other hosts in
I'm
the
Zara.
studio, but we have Zara here on Skype with us. So it might be a little bit,
Gosh, that is the worst.
yeah, it might be a little bit delayed, and it seems we have some feedback coming in from the Skype, but you can probably work on fixing that. But yeah, thank you for joining us through Skype, Zara. The weather in Ohio right now is pretty crappy. It's starting to snow and it's gonna snow all day. So, my co-hosts, both of them commute from far
The
away.
worst.
Yeah, so that's why I'm the only one here because I live 5 minutes away from the studio. And but fear not, because we do have a guest with us in the studio. We have my friend Nim here. Say hi.
Hello.
And
Woohoo.
she will be talking about Pokemon with us today. She's one of our resident Pokemon experts. I mean, at least compared to me, I know almost nothing about the games. This is, well, I guess we'll get right into it. But before that, if you guys do want to call us in, our phone number is 330-673-2428. Again, that's 330-673-2428. And if you're watching us on YouTube, or if you would like to, you can watch us on YouTube Live. We're at ZZZ Game Forum. And chat with us on there if you're too shy to call. Completely understand. Let's get into it. Pokemon Sun and Moon came out yesterday in North America. And I got Pokemon Sun myself. Which ones did you get,
So
Zero?
good.
Zero, which
I
one?
got Moon.
You got
personally.
Moon? Wow, that's a long delay. Okay, we're gonna have to get used to that.
Yeah, it's like a 10-second delay. Yeah. It's not even less than that.
Yeah, that is insane. Alright, but bear with us, guys, today. But yeah, and Nim, which ones did you get? Did you get both of them?
I
Or
did get both Sun
you
and
got
Moon.
you got both Sun and Moon. Why?
Well, because
Good.
they're all the versions.
What
all the-
starters?
I started with Litten in Pokemon Sun and Popplio in Pokemon Moon. I just wanted both the version exclusive Pokemon and the best of both worlds.
Okay, so there is a benefit to getting both of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a benefit, but also you get just as much as of a benefit by trading with someone who else has the different version than you.
If they're willing to trade away their Pokemon.
True.
If they're willing to do that, they might not be, but okay.
That's why you can trade with yourself.
Yeah, if you have both of the games, just trade with yourself. I mean, yeah, can't go wrong there. So you started with Litten on Sun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I started with too. I also got Sun, and Zara, you got Moon. Who is your starter?
I got the seal.
The Seal? Was
I was the only one to give him love, so I had to.
Dude, have you seen what he does with his Z move?
Dan Owen did too, though.
Oh, of course, he loves the water type Pokemon.
No, I didn't, though.
Like that Spirit Bomb, that Spirit Bomb looking thing. It looks awesome.
He's a Spirit Bomb?
Yeah, that's like the Z move of his final evolution. I think it's it looks quite similar to the Dragon Ball Z Spirit Bomb. So yeah, it looks pretty sweet.
That's
can't
unreal. The
yeah.
fighting one looks like a Kamehameha.
Oh really? Yeah, a bunch of them look like some crazy like Dragon Ball Z
You get
moves.
sent into a mountain, just like a real Dragon Ball Z fight.
Wow, that's crazy. No, the one I have, Litten, his final evolution, the Z move he does is like he spawns a wrestling ring and then like elbow drops you from the skies. It's awesome. He does like a wrestling move.
Yikes.
Like macho cat, yeah. He's awesome though. He's such a cute little cat. And then he becomes a more buff cat, and then he just stands up and becomes Leomon. But yeah, I'm pretty excited
Okay.
for it. Yeah, so I played quite a bit yesterday since I bought the game. I got past the first trial, which is like these new things that aren't gym battles. They're like certain like challenges that other like trainers will give you, and there's like what seven of them in total, right?
They're You have the trial captains, and then you have the 4 island kahunas at the end.
Yeah, okay. How many trial captains are there? Like 7 or something? Isn't that what they said?
7 or 8.
I think so. Okay, yeah, because they do mention that. And yeah, the kahunas are like the new version of like a gym leader, almost?
Yes, in a way.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that does look interesting. What do you think about that new system, Zero, and compared to like the old gyms? Do you think it's a good improvement?
I honestly love it. I think it's just a good innovation to have. They needed to have something different, so I like it.
Okay, sorry, we were just having some
It just like cuts
audio
out too. This is weird.
Yeah, there's a little bit of feedback, could be because of the wiring, but we'll figure that out. Okay. So how far did you get, Nim, in Pokemon Sun?
Well, so far I'm only on the 3rd island.
Jesus.
No,
Third island.
It's not even that far away. Trust me. Like, the islands go by very fast. The game paces itself. It paces itself quite well. So I would have roughly.
It sounds like you need to pace yourself with the game. 3rd island. I'm still on the 1st island. Zero, have you gotten past the 1st island, Zero?
I've gotten past the first challenge, but I saved the 2nd island for a later day. I didn't want to finish in a week.
Oh, okay. So you're like letting this game drag out as long as possible.
Because I know I would.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As of now, I have, at this minute, roughly 19 hours into this game already.
19. Wow. Oh my goodness, that's
Okay.
pretty impressive.
Been busy?
Yeah. I've been just playing this game since you bought it, but like basically just playing this game and going to sleep. Is that all you've been doing? Have you eaten?
Yes, I have eaten. It's just been such a wonderful game. I've been looking forward to this game for a long time now. It's definitely a great change for the competitive scene. So it's quite an amazing game. I cannot put it down.
And you both have played like pretty much all of the Pokemon games? Because this is like the first one I've owned. Like I've played other Pokemon
All
games.
of them since I was 5.
Right,
Wow.
same.
Yeah, I've played Emerald. That was the first one I played. That was on a phone emulator. I think I played like X or Y, one of them,
It's a good one.
and that's it. Like I didn't even own that game, but this is the first one that I've gone out and purchased and owned. And honestly, I like it so far. I haven't regretted the decisions yet. I don't have
Yeah.
buyer's remorse. I think the game's really good. I think there's a lot of potential here, especially this one. This one, it started off with a story cutscene, like, and that's my favorite thing in a video game, when they just start you off with a nicely done cutscene to set up the story. And they've been doing that a lot more in this Pokemon game. I noticed like a lot of cutscenes, a lot of characters that aren't just like flat and boring. A lot of them are very like eccentric and weird, but I like that kind of dialogue. Like they get into some really like strange dialogue. You think people there, you're like, oh, this is how Japanese see Americans. Like this is how they see, like this is how they like localized it for American people. That's kind of funny.
Speaking of which, Zal, since you've been playing this game, Maya asked from the YouTube channel, have you eaten yet today?
Have I eaten? Oh my goodness. Actually, no. I haven't yet today. I woke up and I prepared for the show and I came to the show.
Yep.
I haven't had a chance to eat yet, so no, damn it. That's still going on, but at least in the raids this week, I wasn't snitched on more than like once or twice, because I remember to eat my food buff almost every time in the game. See? I'm onto you guys.
Almost.
Yeah. She got snitched on one time though. It was funny. Maya got told on from the add-on that she hadn't eaten. I was like, what's up? The tables have turned. 3 times? Was that me? 3 times total? Whatever, that's better than the 17 times that was last week.
Why don't you get a notification for it?
Yeah, they have an add-on for whenever they do like a ready check. It also tells the entire like raid group who hasn't eaten or or like who doesn't have a food buff or a flask buff, which are like the two essential things you need when you're doing a serious raiding. And it comes up and it tells you like, oh, this person doesn't have the food buff, and everyone else is like, oh, Zal, why haven't you eaten yet? It's usually me. It's usually me. Yeah, I was eating when it came up. Okay, likely story. Yeah. We have Zachary Evans talking to us here on YouTube as well. What's up, Zach? Thank you, and thank you, Maya, also for chatting with us here on YouTube, keeping the chat alive. I'm looking at it right now, so you guys can talk to us, and we'll like reply to you and everything. But yeah, have you guys picked up the new Pokemon game? People in YouTube chat, if you have,
Yes.
let us know which one you have, and if you're pretty pumped for it. And Nim, you said you went to the GameStop like midnight event that they did, like the midnight launch for Pokemon. So like, how is this different from like a regular midnight launch for a game? I think you said like they had like a Pokemon tournament. Like, how was that?
So depending on which GameStop you go to, they have different events. Usually at any GameStop midnight release, they have some sort of tournament going on. Usually for the Call of Duty ones, the Battlefield ones, they bring in older versions of the game, see how long people can last in different kinds of matches. Well, for Pokemon, they brought out Pokemon Stadium, and I decided to enter the tournament for Pokemon Stadium. And it was amazing, but unfortunately short-lived for me because it went from a full team, but because a lot of us are competitive, we kind of read each other and have amazing just strategies and switches. The games were going on a bit longer because everyone wanted to pick up their game at 11. So we were like, switch it. First one to knock out wins. And I lost to Pokemon Stadium's infamous guillotine one-hit knockout move.
Ooh.
I didn't expect it to hit. It has a...
No.
I want to say it has maybe a 50-30% chance to hit, and it knocked out my Slowpoke, who was doing some damage.
Damn. So you were pretty close to winning then. You were pretty close to taking.
It was generally speaking, I had victory in my hands, but once that guillotine hit, everyone in the whole store jumped up and everyone just screamed, "Ah!" I mean, I gave the dude a high five because I didn't expect him to land it, but that immediately secured him the victory. So it goes to show you that Pokemon it's never over until it's over.
Nice. That must have been a really clutch move for him. He probably thought he was done. But yeah, Zach, that's Kaz from our raid group. What's up, Kaz? Thank you for chatting with us here on YouTube. And yeah, he says his girlfriend didn't get home from working at GameStop till 2 a.m. that night, so it must have been a big release. Yeah, it was. I heard like it was pretty big. I mean, it's a new Pokemon game, you know. It's a new Pokemon game. Everyone plays Pokemon. Kids
There were
play
50
Pokemon.
people
Adults play
at the
Pokemon.
GameStop I was at least.
Only 50?
Wasn't there like 200? Some at the one in Kent?
Yeah, the one in Kent said that they had over 200 plus pre-orders
least.
alone. And
200.
yeah, over 200 pre-orders plus alone. So they started actually pre-screening and doing the groups at 6 p.m. I went after work closer to 9. And they're like, oh, no, we had to start at 6 p.m. because there's just so many people. And then they only had 40 extra copies on hand. So if you didn't pre-order that night, I'd so much luck to you if you would have bought one right out at the store.
Yeah, I'm glad I went ahead and pre-ordered this game like at the last minute. I wasn't gonna do it because you know how I feel about pre-orders, and they have to be like, has to be a specific game for me to pre-order. I have to be sold on the game completely, and it has to be from a developer I trust. Well, I wasn't sold on Pokemon at all for the longest time, especially this next one, because I'm like, ugh, they're gonna make another goddamn Pokemon game with gyms and all this bullshit again from the other games, and it's gonna be the same thing with different Pokemon. But I mean, and I know there's a lot of people out there who like that, and I mean, I guess it sounds like I'm kind of like ragging on it, but it's okay. You know, if you like that, that's your thing, that's fine. But this new game, they just went ahead and changed everything, basically. They added a new entity in the game called Ultra Beasts, which is like separate from Pokemon and humans, which I still haven't encountered in the game. They have this really awesome concept for like the new region and all the zones in it, and how those ancient beasts in the zone like affect what happens to each island, and the guardians, all those guardian deities, like such awesome concepts. And they did it differently with the challenges and like the kahunas and like the trials and all those different things that they introduced to the game that aren't just basic gym battles, aren't just the same exact things from the other games. Like, they were cool the first 6 times, but you have to come up with a new idea if you're gonna make a new game, especially if it's gonna be something big like Pokemon. Like, people don't like change, but when it's good, no one can say anything about it. And this was good, and it was so good that it got me to pre-order the game and actually, get into it. And I'm enjoying it so far. I've played it for at least 8 hours, I think, maybe. I think I have about 8. Whatever you have.
Got
like
Tim Lopez to buy it for the first time in his life too.
Oh yeah? Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of people getting into the game for the first time.
Yeah, we
so-
played it at Kyle's, and he actually bought one.
Wow, nice. Look at that. Yeah, this game is convincing non-believers to to get on board. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally behind it. I highly recommend it to anyone who's thinking about getting into Pokemon. For my first, Pokemon game that I've purchased, very happy with this one. Definitely very happy with this one. So, what's your favorite thing about the game?
Especially with the new wave of people getting into Pokemon Go, this is a good way to start.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all like the new wave of people who picked up Pokemon just because of the free mobile app. Maybe they'll get interested in this one. They'll see all the cool new Pokemon, and I like all the new Alolan forms for the Pokemon. Like, it's a nice twist on the old familiar Pokemon that we've always seen in every game. And some people
Love it.
dislike some of the forms, but I think all the forms they've shown so far have looked awesome. I can't wait to get that Marowak. He looks so cool. I already have a Pichu, so I'm headed on the path to get that Raichu that
Best.
serves his own tail, or like surfs his own tail. Like, that's crazy. That's so cool. But yeah, I'll give you a second to add something to Zero since this delay. What's your favorite thing about the game?
It's so bad. I was just gonna say Marowak's the best. I want him so bad. I don't know where to find a Cubone if there's gonna be a low on Cubone.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Cubone yet. Have you seen one yet? No?
Yes, I have actually seen Cubone. You can definitely find Cubone on the second island almost immediately. So if you want to go pick him up, so you'll pick him up. You don't even have to start the second trial. Just go run around to the bushes, go pick up your Cubone, and then just start training him up in your team. And then once he evolves, he'll evolve into Alolan Marowak.
Yeah, and the best thing about these new forms is like they're the new default forms too. So you don't have to do anything special or
Yep.
grind out anything or do anything tedious to get these new cool looking forms. They're just the new forms of those Pokemon. Like the old ones, forget them. They're gone. They're in the old games. You can't get those in the new game, which I guess kind of
like that
sucks for
aspect
people.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I like that too because it's something new and like puts a cool spin on things we already know. But I mean, I guess it would suck for people who really like those old forms, but
You can always trade.
times change. And you can always you can trade Pokemon from your old game to this one.
Yeah, so say if I
Okay.
wanted a normal Persian on my team, if I traded a normal Persian...
Instead of the one that has Stewie's head from Family Guy.
No, that's a very scientific... I'm glad Game Freak went in that direction for Alolan Persian. As much as fat as his face is, I absolutely still love that cat. Because Persian cats in real life are one of my favorites just because their faces are so smushed and derpy. They're just too cute and ugly at the same time. It's such a conflicting thing, which is what I'm going through with Alolan Persian. I absolutely love the design and hate it all at the same, all
Yeah.
in the same go.
We have some chat activity here on YouTube. Maya says she hasn't played Pokemon since the Game Boy days. Well, this
Oh.
is definitely the one to pick up, especially since Nintendo is going to be selling the new 3DS, like the one titled New 3DS, which has like the little extra button and the better hardware and stuff. Nintendo's going to be selling those for $99 on Black Friday, and until a time that we don't know yet. Like, they haven't said when the offer ends, but the offer is going to start Black Friday, where they will sell new Nintendo 3DSs for $99, which is a deal. If you don't have a 3DS, this is the time to go out and buy a 3DS, especially if you want to play the new Pokemon game. There is a new Dragon Ball game coming out on the 3DS too, called 3DS Fusion, not 3DS Fusion, called Dragon Ball Fusion. And obviously there's Monster Hunter and all the other cool 3DS exclusive games that you can get. And obviously Mario and Mario Maker. There's a ton of cool games on the 3DS. The 3DS is definitely a console worth having. And for $99, that is a deal that you cannot miss if you're trying to get one.
And if you are into the technical aspects of the console, the new Nintendo 3DS does run a lot better and a lot faster than the old version of the 3DS and the 2DS. So Pokemon Sun and Moon run absolutely amazing. Up until certain parts, when the game starts getting a little bit overloaded on pixels, it'll start to slow down. But
I had my game slow down yesterday when I was fighting two Pokemon at the same time with one guy. Like, the frames dipped a little bit. I was like, ooh. But I don't have a new 3DS. I have an old one.
I have a new Nintendo 3DS.
Fancy. You have the cool, fancy-looking Galaxy one.
Yes, I do.
It has like this trippy-looking Cosmos thing on the back of it.
It's in
cool.
spirit of Sun and Moon. This whole game is about space. I have the sun, the moon, and the stars.
Speaking of stars, that's gonna be the title. Rumored. There's a rumor out that that's gonna be the title of their third game, because every generation they make 3 games, right? Isn't that Pokemon how they do it? They make 3 games every generation, like red, blue, yellow, or whatever. What is it? Green.
No, so fun fact about that, it was red and green originally in Japan. It became
Green.
blue over here.
Yes. Okay.
Or I'm sorry, it was red and blue in Japan, and then when we got the remakes, it became fire red and leaf green instead of water blue, which would have been the third. Nintendo have been hit or miss with their middle, like their third versions of the games, because we haven't seen them in quite some time. It's like X and Y, there was no Z.
Okay.
Alpha Ruby, Omega Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, didn't get Delta Emerald. We ended up getting Delta Emerald as a post-game story DLC.
With Rayquaza?
With Rayquaza,
Was that
yes.
the thing with Rayquaza? Okay.
But we didn't get that as a separate game. Everyone was expecting all these third games, but they're not going to come. So that's kind of what I like about Sun and Moon, is how they're trying to tie it all together. And one thing a lot of people said is notice that they didn't call it version Sun and version Moon like they normally do. Like, this is Sun and Moon. Like, this game can be seen as just the trilogy to X and Y and the Aura series.
Okay. That sounds awesome. But this time around they might be doing a third game called Pokemon Stars. And the thing about this one is it's rumored to be on the Nintendo Switch.
That's what I'm excited about. I hope it is.
Yeah. Did you hear about that, Zero? Did you hear about the possible Nintendo Switch game for Pokemon?
Not Star, but I heard there's gonna be the new one on Switch, which is gonna be cool.
Yeah, so it's rumored that the third Pokemon game in this generation stars with
I said it was gonna be Pluto, just for lulz.
Pluto. Pokemon Pluto. That would be funny. But yeah, I'm excited for the prospect of a Pokemon game on a console. So do you think they're gonna keep like the same kind of look and feel to this one, but like upgrade the graphics a little bit?
So
or are they gonna like make a completely new type of game for it?
Thinking about it this way, Nintendo's really pushing for this game to be both at home and on the go. So what I'm worried about is that it will feel like both of their versions of games. If you've played a Pokemon console game, it's a sort of a different feel than a Pokemon on the go kind of game, like Pokemon Stadium. You can even say Pokemon XD and Coliseum were great. They were great story games, but you couldn't grind your Pokemon up as much as you wanted to. You couldn't go catch Pokemon in there as often and as much as you wanted to. You kind of had to deal with the story Pokemon in the story games. So only my only concern is how they're going to mix this both together, because when you have it on the go, like on the 3DS, like Sun and Moon so far has been amazing because you can balance those both. But if you want it on the console, you're going to have to push those graphics a little bit. I think they're they're partnered with NVIDIA. So they're definitely looking to upgrade the graphics, but I just don't know how much they're trying to do that with. And with over 802 Pokemon, how big is this game going to actually be? How much time is it going to be till we actually see any news of this game, you know?
Well, it might actually be quite a while, because this is just a rumor, and some sad news about Legend of Zelda, since we're talking about the Switch and the next Nintendo games. Legend of Zelda is not going to be a launch title for the Switch. It's going to come out a little bit after the Switch comes out. So I think before they had said it was going to be a launch title, or at least said it was also coming out in March with the Switch. So yeah, did you also get a chance to check that out, Zero? Did you hear about that? Some sad news for the Zelda fans. I know you're a big Zelda fan.
Yeah, I saw some of the upcoming like launch titles. It said Skyrim is going, Mario.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there was a rumor that the launch titles for the Nintendo Switch were going to be Skyrim, a Mario game, a Pokemon game, and then obviously the mention of Zelda. But unfortunately, since that game got delayed, it's one of those double-edged sword things when it comes to gaming now, because you're like, oh, delayed. Oh, that means they have more time to work on it. But then remember the last time we said that about a game, it didn't turn out so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Well, hopefully they can still have a good lineup of launch titles for the Nintendo Switch, which we still have no information on, because they refused to give us information until their fancy conference in January. But there has been like rumors and quote leaks here and there happening, but obviously nothing has been confirmed by Nintendo yet. Like, I saw one recently that said it was gonna, like, some UK store listed it for like £200 or something like that. Like, there's no way it's gonna be that cheap. I'm thinking it'll be at least a little bit more, but those are all still like rumors. There's still nothing confirmed about the Switch, which is pretty crappy, since we can't really talk about it because we don't know any of the facts yet. But we do know that Zelda is not gonna be a launch title, which sucks. That's gonna hurt the sales a little bit, because I know a lot of people have been wanting to get that. It might hurt the sales on launch day, or it might not, depending on how soon Zelda's gonna come out. If it's like a few weeks after, it's not gonna hurt launch date, sales, or at least not gonna hurt like sales for that month. But if it's gonna be a few months after that, then they're definitely gonna lose some numbers. That's just unfortunate for them. But yeah, they're doing really well in the handheld landscape with Sun and Moon. So what what are like your pros and cons so far for this game, Zero? Because I know you're a big Pokemon fan, you played all the games, so like, what do you think about this one so far?
Pros are every new aspect that I see, the new challenges. I like how there's every generation in there. I like that was from X and Y and they brought that back, so that was cool. I like how immersed it makes you feel compared to every other region, the music, the atmosphere. The cons, honestly, there's a lot of unnecessary dialogue. It holds your hand. I mean, I've been playing since I was 5. I don't need to know. There's just a lot of unnecessary tutorials and stuff, in my opinion. It takes up a lot of unnecessary time. That's about it, though.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest cons in the beginning, too. Like, there was just so much talking. I was like, let's just get into the game. Like, I get it. Like, I know how to catch Pokemon. I've done this so many times. Like, even for me,
freaking out.
Yeah, like, I've already played the game, like, I've already played other Pokemon games, so, like, I know most of the things, like, you know, even for someone like me, like I still know how to do a lot of things. So like, it's just so much conversation in the beginning. Like there's
Yeah, I don't need to know how to catch a Pokemon for the 76th time.
yeah, so many little tutorials in the beginning that you can't skip. Like at least some games will give you an option, like you want to skip this tutorial or do you want to, you know, play through it because you forgot how to do things.
Yes.
But this game
No.
just lets you, like, makes you go through everything, and I guess it's fine for someone like who's fresh, completely new to the game, like, you know, for the 5-year-olds today who just pick up the game for the first time, you know, like how you did when you were 5. You needed those tutorials back then, and those kids will probably need them now. But yeah, it sucks that there isn't an option to skip it for people like us who are adults and who have played Pokemon games before and who know how to do things. So I'll definitely agree with you on that, Con. And yeah, all the new additions so far have been just great. Like, just so many cool new things, especially Z moves, which we'll talk about in a second. But Nim, what are your pros and cons for this game?
I'm gonna have to agree with you guys on some of the pros. The music in this game is absolutely amazing. It is very immersive. I probably my favorite soundtrack theme would be Team Skull's theme. That it's so cute, and I love those little numbskulls. But just how new everything is, and it's still catering a little
Fun.
bit to the older trainers. Like, oh yeah, look at all these Kanto Pokemon, look at all these Johto Pokemon. We're gonna bring everybody back. I feel like that's absolutely amazing, bringing everything together. A couple of cons. Definitely would be the processing of, which is at fault the 3DSs as well. Once you get into double battles and the battle royale and you have 4 Pokemon on the field doing all kinds of crazy moves, your 3DS will start to lag. I haven't seen a bunch of it because I'm on the new 3DS, which it's just better. But that is a concern because I can notice it on sometimes during double battles. Another con definitely would be the hand holding after a while. As much as many new players are going to pick up this game, this is probably one of the best games to pick up as a new Pokemon player. But some of the hand holding gets a little bit too much after a while.
Yeah.
After a while, you start to like, I know where to go. Don't keep reminding me. I'm exploring. This is what I do in a Pokemon game. Another con is it's hard but easy at the same time. Like, how I describe it as hard is I've been playing Pokemon for so long, I can just grab my 6th team and just start blowing through gym battles. But now I can't just blow through gym battles. I have to do these trials, which they're fun, don't get me wrong. But some of them I kind of wasn't all the way ready for. But with that, it turns itself into a pro because I wasn't prepared for it at all, and it made it that much more challenging and that much more fun. So honestly, it's half and half. So I would definitely take your time playing this game. You don't have to rush. Like, absolutely enjoy being in this new region.
Yeah, and definitely farm up your team and like level them up before you go into like a next like big fight or like a trial or something like that.
Always save your game.
Always save your game. Like if you're not constantly saving your game, you're doing it wrong. Always save your game, and also always stock up on items, because I almost ran out of potions one time and I was almost in big trouble. So always stock up on potions and Pokeballs and all that stuff, because you never know what you'll encounter in the wild. Yeah, you never know. And you don't want to get your team wiped out and, you know, get sent back to the Poke Center. I mean, you know, there's no huge consequence for it. You don't, you know, your Pokemon doesn't die and leave you forever. That wouldn't be a kid's game. But you know, it'll still like set you back, and it's annoying when the enemy just wipes out your team and gets to be all like, yeah, I beat you, and then takes your money. Only I'm allowed to do that in Pokemon.
There is probably one other con. I don't know if you guys have gotten into it yet, but once you get past your first trial, wild Pokemon will start calling for help. That con.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
That is one con I'm having currently, just because it's almost non-stop, and I know there is a method to the madness, but it'll be like a full health Pokemon and it'll just start calling for help, and I'm like, I was not trying to sign up to fight 2 Pokemon on one.
Yes, I hate it.
And it'll go back and forth, back and forth. You kill one or get one low, then the other one starts calling for help. Then once that one dies, another one comes. It's almost endless.
Yeah.
It's a great way to farm, but if you're stuck in that loop, you might as well
I hate it.
just leave.
Yeah, that's just really annoying. They should at that point let you bring out a second Pokemon, I think.
Oh, and
Like,
make it a double battle?
Yeah. Yeah, if there's 2 people against you, especially if the first one is like not even
you gotta,
almost
like,
dead.
Kill them both once.
Yeah, they have to let you, they have to let you bring out a second Pokemon because it's just unfair at that point to have one of your Pokemon have to fight 2 at the same time.
It's great and strategic, and it definitely brings out those spread moves, like using like Surf and Earthquake if you need to get rid of them immediately. But it also helps you get like stronger Pokemon. Like the more times they call for help, the stronger the Pokemon is, and you'll get shiny Pokemon, you can get strong Pokemon, you can get Pokemon that know moves it doesn't normally come in the wild with, abilities. So it's helpful in its own way. But I just started my adventure. My Litten wasn't ready to face like 6 Magnemite in a row.
Oh my god. 6 in a row, that's a lot.
Well, we used Ember and we blew through everybody, but it took longer than I wanted it to.
Yeah, I still don't have any of those like spread
I want a
moves.
shiny.
Yeah, shinies. Those are the recolors of regular Pokemons, right?
Yes.
The shinies? Okay. Do they serve any other purpose other than being rare and look cool?
No, and that's the sad part about them.
Oh.
They just look different, and that caters to a lot of completionists.
Okay, I can see that. I saw a screenshot online one time of someone who came up against like an entire group of shinies, and someone said like the chance for that is so small, like it should be impossible. And
Well, depending on the game, with X and Y, they made it a lot easier to get shiny Pokemon.
but it was like 6 of them at the same time. They were all shinies.
Oh yeah, that's
They were all
impossible.
shinies. Yeah, I don't know what Pokemon it was. I think it was X and Y. It was like that generation, but it was like 6 of them. They were all shinies. And I was like, how does someone even get that?
It's either hacks or impossible. That
Yeah.
person should immediately play the Mega Millions.
Yeah. Go take that luck with him to the Mega Millions. He'll probably win if he got 6 shinies at the same time. Woo, that's a feedback coming in from this little wire here. Stop it. But yeah, I mean, for me, I guess my pros and cons would be like, I agree, I like the music a lot. The music's really good. I like the new Z move thing because I didn't even understand fully how Z moves worked until I played the game. And the way they work is that you basically, if you have like a normal type Z crystal, you put it on a Pokemon with normal type moves, and it'll just enhance that move. And if it's a certain move, it'll make it like, it'll have like a golden name, and it'll do like a special animation, like those ones we were talking about earlier that look like spirit bombs and final flashes and kamehamehas. Basically, they watched all the seasons of Dragon Ball Z and were like, let's do this. This looks cool. Let's put this in Pokemon. So they made Z moves.
I mean, yeah, they're.
But it's I don't know. I guess it's a cool system because like you can put it on as many Pokemon as you want. You can have like one normal crystal put on like all your Pokemon if they have normal moves, and like enhance all their stuff. And it's not OP because what do you mean no?
No, if you have one crystal that.
That's what I did. I put it on 6 of my Pokemon.
Why did you do that?
With one crystal?
Yeah.
'Cause they don't have any other items. And I'm like, you can. Here you go. You can have Z moves. I went Oprah with the Z moves. I'm like, you can have Z move. You can have Z move. You can have Z move.
That's probably one con I wish I could do. After a while, I wish you could go in the options and change the animations for the Z move, because after a while, it's great to see them, but after like the 10th or 15th time you've used it, you're like, okay, skip the animation, just do the damage, keep it moving.
Oh, and you can't skip animations either, can you?
No, you cannot.
Ooh. I mean, at least they look pretty cool, so you won't get tired of them too fast. What do you think of the Z move system, Zira? Do you like it?
I think it's cool, but as you were saying, yeah, after like the 3rd time using it, I'm over it. It's just too much. I just want to get along with the battle.
Mew has the Pokemon Mew has a Z move where it looks like Frieza's death ball. It's absolutely amazing. Anyone who's playing this game and has access to the Mew that was released earlier in the year definitely find its Z crystal, give it to it, and it's basically a baby Frieza.
So jelly.
That is awesome. Just like flick a ball of death on you with just one finger.
And it's so cute. It's just like, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
I mean,
Mini
hey.
Frieza in his first form.
You're so cute, but you're gonna kill us all. Oh my god. Yeah, I like that new system.
Just an Emperor of Darkness.
Little Mew, Emperor of Darkness, get out of here. What's Mewtwo then? Cooler? He's not canon, bro. No.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Mega cooler.
Mega Cooler, final form. But yeah, I mean, I think I think there's a lot of pros in this game as opposed to cons. So I mean, first impressions of this game, I'd definitely give it like a solid like 9 out of 10 for like a first impression, like, you know, first island, or I guess first like
I agree.
first like, you know, big like challenge completed. You know, I've seen a good portion of the game, I've done a good amount of things, I have Z moves, and I think, okay, this game is a 9 out of 10 so far. You know, it'll probably stay consistent throughout the game because it seems like it'll be a sweet game, but yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty happy with this game so far. I'm confident it's gonna stay, you know, a good solid 9 throughout the experience. But yeah, cons, definitely a lot of hand holding, and yeah, that ganging up on you shit, that's just annoying. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with the game. But yeah, I did wipe out once, but that's because I suck at this game. Whatever, shut up. I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared, as our Lord and Savior Illidan would say. Oh my god. But yeah, oh, we have a chat here. Nim, what's your favorite Pokemon? What is your favorite Pokemon?
There's like 800 Pokemon, and you're asking me for one favorite? That's so hard. Oh, okay. I'll try to make it easier for myself first until I actually sit down and think about which of the 802 Pokemon I think are my favorite. So far in Sun and Moon, out of the Pokédex that you'll see, I think my favorite Pokemon would be Salazzle. Or I don't know how to pronounce this Pokemon.
What is a
name.
Salazzle?
A Salazzle? Salazzle is it's a black salamander. It's fire and
Oh,
poison
that
type.
one.
And it evolves from Salandit. And it's by far one of the most amazing looking Pokemon I've ever
I haven't
seen.
seen it.
It looks really cool. You'll
Cannot
get it.
wait.
You'll get it in the same area with Cubone, actually. So you can catch yourself.
Oh,
You can catch yourself a nice fire poison type, which can poison
Oh, that is
any.
awesome.
It can poison any Pokemon.
oh.
Normally, steel Pokemon can't be poisoned. Other poison types can't be poisoned, obviously. But now this Pokemon, boom, you can poison anything, like anything it can touch.
Damn.
So it's definitely one of the good Pokemon. It is fast. It is one of the fastest Pokemon in this generation. Game Freak decided to make everyone in this game slow, so all your opponents move faster than you.
Wow.
So I would definitely recommend that. But yeah, so far, that's probably my favorite Pokemon right now.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Zira? What's your favorite Pokemon?
In general, it's Umbreon, but from Sun and Moon so far, what I've seen, it's the Galaxy Bat.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite legendary, hands down. The Galaxy
Oh,
Bat.
okay.
Cosmog? The
No.
little
No.
legendary? Or which one?
Like the one from Moon?
Lunala.
Lumao?
Oh,
The
yeah.
one from Moon? Okay.
Yeah.
Lunala
Lunala looks amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. I don't know if I really
This
have a...
delay is like 10 seconds.
Yeah, this delay is pretty crazy. But yeah, we'll fix it in the break. But yeah, I don't really think I really have a favorite Pokemon. I mean, I guess like from when I watched Pokemon when I was a kid, like Charizard was my favorite.
Of course.
Of course, why wouldn't he be? He's a freaking dragon. From Sun and Moon so far, I don't even know. I think Litten's my favorite. I really like him so far.
You don't like the young goon? The young goose?
Young Goon, the one that looks like Donald Trump? No, I don't like that little ferret.
He's so
Oh
angry.
my gosh, it's Lumper.
um, I like Litten a lot. I love his final evolution. I can't wait to get that Leomon looking cat.
I have it.
You just got it. Yeah, she just got the final evolution for that, like right before the show.
So cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait to have it. Um, but yeah, so you agree with the 9 out of 10 0 for this so far?
I'd say a 9.5 for
0.5.
Pokemon at least.
Okay.
It's definitely the best one for Pokemon in my opinion.
Okay, nice. That's a pretty bold statement coming from someone who played all the games,
Nope, same
all the
here.
Pokemon games.
I would
9.5
definitely
for
give
you?
it 9.5.
Okay, wow, nice. Well, you guys heard it. Ooh, Kaz's favorite
Okay.
Pokemon. We have my buddy Kaz here on YouTube chat. He says his favorite's Kadabra,
Maya's
Nice.
favorite is Snorlax.
and Snorlax is Maya's
Snorlax
favorite.
Good choice.
Amazing.
Good
he
choices.
He
Also
has his
good
own
choice.
Z move called Pulverizing Pancake, where he gets up and sits on you. That's his Z move. That's literally his Z move. He opens his demonic eyes,
Oh my
gets
god.
up and sits on you, and just crushes your health, which only can be used with Giga Impact. So that tells you how much damage he will do.
Wow, I think I've actually seen the video of him doing that move, and it looked pretty terrifying. His eyes just were glowing like this crazy yellow. He just woke up, like, oh my god, is this what happens
It
when you
opened
nap
for
for
the first
20
time in 20 years.
Yeah,
I
this
would
what
be
happens when
upset
you
too if somebody
hibernate.
woke me up.
It's like, damn it, my 21-year nap was almost over. You woke me up a year early. I'm gonna sit on you and suffocate you. I feel like that would be the way he would just kill anyone, just sitting on them. Like, how would you even like move him? Snorlax. I'd just be asking for
Yeah,
it.
it's 1,000 pounds or something crazy.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see all the other Z moves. And there's some other really cool features in the game too. Like, you can get like certain Pokemon to fly you around places to have like fast travel capabilities between islands.
You do get fast travel very early in this game, so oh my goodness, a
That's
lifesaver.
nice.
Because like in the older games, you would get the fly and the ability to use fly, like
Yeah.
5 badges in, and you're like, oh, I've already been running around everywhere else. Nope, second island. There you go.
Yeah. That looks pretty awesome. They got like pretty cool animations to go with it, and you can even like ride certain Pokemon in like certain areas. Like, you can ride a Tauros eventually and just crush through like big rocks, and you can ride like Lapras.
Lapras.
I hit that. And the Schnauzer.
And Stoutland is a giant schnauzer.
What? That's awesome.
You can have them sniff for things.
That's so cool. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool little features that they added to the game that seem cool on paper but are even better when you get into the game. They like, all the animations are fluid and awesome too. Like, the movement isn't restricted to 8 directions anymore. It's like full 360 range of motion. Like, the camera angle, also the way they have the camera like kind of
That's
come
a
up.
big deal.
Yeah,
It
dude.
is.
The
It
way they
truly
have
is.
it come up close to you, like, makes it look like a third-person action game for some time, like in certain areas, and then like, you know, then it zooms out again, so you know you see everything like you're supposed to in a Pokemon game. And it's just like little variations like that in the camera, like distance and the angles, that just make it feel like a brand new game, which is what a sequel is supposed to be. It's supposed to feel like a new game, and that's what they nailed with this one, is the feeling of a sequel, which, you know, I've been talking about before with how Assassin's Creed 2 was compared to Assassin's Creed 1. Like, that felt like a sequel because they took all the good parts, upgraded it, and added more to it, and made everything feel new and fresh. And that's exactly what they did here with this new Pokemon game, is they took all the good stuff from their old games, changed everything that they wanted to change to make everything new and fresh, and that's how it is. This is a, you know, fresh new Pokemon entry, much welcome compared to the old ones. I know diehard fans love them, but someone who's a casual Pokemon fan like me, I never really was interested until now. So Good job, Pokemon Company.
Good job, Game Freak, indeed.
Yeah. Now, are there any plans for like DLCs or anything for Pokemon? Is that something that they do?
Sometimes, like I mentioned with the Delta episode,
DLCs.
it's not really DLC, but
Or like additional content that'll be patched into the game? Is that something that they do? Like not even like for money, just for free. Like how Monster Hunter does a DLC every month when it comes out for a while. Like they do the free DLC for a while with Monster Hunter.
the only thing that Pokemon does in terms of DLC would be the mystery gifts, which are the Pokemon that they let you have, and
Okay.
that those will always be free. But
Like on the cards? Like
Like-
from certain events?
yeah,
and
they
stuff
could do
like
it from the
that?
cards. You can download it. Like you can download Munchlax right now from the mystery gift as long as you're connected to the internet. You can get yourself a pretty cool Munchlax with moves. But in terms of content, they're not really big on it. Kind of, it's like what in the game, what you get is kind of what you get.
Okay.
But that's why it's so full of story, because they want to try to all fit it in. But if they do something, if they wow me and change my mind and decide to put more content, power to them. I would love that.
Yeah. What do you think, Zara?
No, I think that'd be sweet. Honestly, I still think they have room for innovations, and they should take advantage of it.
By adding more DLC in the future to the story? You think so?
Not paid DLC, but
Well, yeah, not
anything
paid.
to like progress the story past the Elite Four or whatever it's going to be in this game.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't they replace that system with the 4 Kahunas, the Elite Four? Isn't it? Or are those just the new gym leaders? Or is
Uh,
it, I don't know how
I
that
thought those were like the gym trainers.
I'm gonna just say no comment and
Okay.
just play the game and see how
Okay,
that
so
turns
we're
out.
going into spoiler territory there. Okay.
that is
okay.
that's definitely a spoiler question.
Okay, okay, yeah, touche. No spoilers here. We're not gonna. We hope we didn't spoil too much of the game already.
No, I only tried
Nah.
to go second island because that's it.
Hopefully
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, we will have to go on break here at the top of the hour, and when we come back, hopefully we'll have this delay stuff sorted out. And yeah, we'll be talking more about game news. There's some wonderful, wonderful news that I just read earlier today about Xenoverse 2. Some more news for other VG games here, and yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thank you all for being here so far, and yeah, stay tuned for after the break. We'll be back.
There's nothing more confusing than booking travel. But Kayak searches hundreds of other travel sites at once and gives me all the information I need to pick the flight, hotel, or rental car that's right for me. I really need something like Kayak for finding the right caterer. Instead, I just went with the first one I saw online.
So what we have here is all natural, grain-free, gluten-free, sodium-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, soy-free, organic, vegan...
It's a pine cone.
Mm-hmm.
Get the information you need with Kayak. Travel problem solved.
Hi, it's Mike from DollarShaveClub.com. Sorry to interrupt these smoothest of jams, but I had to tell you that you can now try our best razor, the Executive, for just $1. Why are we letting you try our best for $1? Because the shave is so smooth and so close, you're going to want to pay just a little bit more when it's time for replacement blades. And you can cancel anytime with just a few clicks. So click the banner or visit DollarShaveClub.com/Spotify, get the whole scoop, and try our best for $1. Okay, back to your jams in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to ZZZ Game Forum. I'm your host Zal,
I'm Zara.
and we have our guest here with us today, Nim,
Hello.
our friend. And okay, Zira is here on the phone with us now. We have a little less delay, right? What's up, bro?
I feel like human at least now.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get anything in. I laughed and it was like in the middle of another sentence.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that delay with the first half. Yeah.
But it's all good now. Technical difficulties over.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, we'll get that sorted out better for you guys next time if we do have to do a Skype call again.
Yeah, never again.
But yeah, thank you for bearing with me, Zero, and thank you guys for being patient. So yeah, we are back here with Triple Z, and we are still on YouTube Live. So if you would like to chat with us, head on over to YouTube and search for ZZZ Game Forum, and you will find us. We are live. We have chat. We're looking at it right now. Excuse me. And yeah, talk to us about Pokemon. If you have got the game, tell us which game you gotten, who's your starter, and how you like the game so far. Or talk to us about any games that you have been playing right now. You know, whatever. Bring up any game topics for us to discuss. But yeah, let's get right into the next topic. So, Xenoverse 2. There's been some amazing news today.
Good.
So in a magazine or a manga or something in Japan, there was a little section for Xenoverse 2 that said that there's going to be a new DLC coming soon.
Interesting.
Free DLC. Like, not part of the Season Pass DLC. There's going to be...
That's great.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a free patch coming in soon, which will include...
Zamasu.
Oh no, not yet. Not yet. They're actually like getting close to that. It's going to include... new mentors who are Bardock, Future Gohan, Whis, Cooler, and Android 16. So you'll get to learn all of... Yeah, dude, so you'll get to learn all of their moves from them. I'm so excited, because Bardock has some really good ones. Whis has some really good fucking moves.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a Saiyan, and my hand is gonna shoot off like a rocket because it's 16. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do the Android 16 ones. Like, what kind of moves they're gonna have them teach us.
You can explode yourself somehow now. That's cool. That's cool. Whatever.
Yeah, just press this button on your chest. Wait, you don't have buttons on your... What's happening?
Vegeta somehow did it. I don't know what he did himself.
Maybe you have to go talk to that Bobbity guy.
Yeah, that's probably it.
He just forcefully shoots his gloves off.
You just take off your gloves that you're wearing and toss them at somebody. 16 taught me how to do this.
Slap him with it, man.
Slap him with...
16 being all sassy.
Right, slaps you with his glove. But that's not even the best part. The best part is they're adding 2 new characters technically. It's one new character and they're adding another form to Hit, like with a new move, like a brand new skill for him. So
You said Hit?
yeah, Hit
That
is
little
getting a
purple
new
thing?
form. Yeah, Hit, the
Damn it.
purple guy from the tournament.
Yeah, I cannot be too excited. Sorry.
Who completely destroyed everyone. Oh, you don't like Hit?
He's alright.
Oh, really? I love this character. He's really,
Really?
really good to play in the game. Like, he's
Ah,
really
I could
powerful
see
in
it.
the game. And then,
cool.
yeah, I mean, I liked him in the show too. He was badass. But, yeah, he gets a new form now with more abilities, like more of his unique abilities. But the
Okay.
new character is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. Like, from
What?
their fight, like, you know when Goku went Super Saiyan Blue and then
Yeah.
went Kaioken?
Yeah,
During
that's
his fight
cool.
with Hit, yeah, that's gonna be its own character. Like, it's gonna be like
That's
the
cool.
red and blue version of Goku, and that's gonna be amazing.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. They needed it.
Yeah, and that's all free. Like, we don't even, that's not even part of the DLC that they're gonna sell to us later. Like, this is
Yeah,
free
cool. That's
right
cool.
now. Yeah.
Like, stuff where they keep making, like, the current sagas, I feel like should be free. Like, you're still catching up on the show. Like, you're not even caught up.
Yeah, the
keep
game.
releasing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
If
mean,
you want to come out with, like, cool other things, like characters from the past or something, sure, why not? But I think they should at least stay up to date.
oh yeah, I feel like Xenoverse 2 is going to, because Xenoverse 1
Yeah.
eventually caught up with all their DLC. Like, they released
Yeah, they
one
did.
for the Frieza movie, which did have Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, and that's kind of like the sagas they were still doing in the show
Yeah.
at that time. But for this one, I mean, they haven't even told us what the DLC packs are going to be, and there's 2 of them coming out. So I'm going to just safely assume that the first one's going to be the Tournament Saga, and the second one's going to be
Mm-hmm.
the Future Trunks Saga,
Yeah.
where they're going to give us Zamusu
The
and all those other characters that we're not going to spoil.
No.
Ooh, by the way, we're not going to get into it, but have you seen episode 66?
No.
Oh
no.
my god!
This
Oh
is crazy.
my god, man!
Oh
You have
God,
to
I
catch
gotta
up
do
on
it.
Super.
Today
Like,
it'll be then.
after the show, just go catch up on Super and then
Oh, yeah,
tell me
that's
what
another
you
7
think.
hours of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right.
In between Pokemon, just take like an episode.
Exactly, multitask. That's
Yeah.
what we did yesterday.
Exactly. Do that, because the newest episode of Super is probably the best
Ah,
episode
so-
of Super so far.
Really?
Like, the best episode in the entire series,
yeah.
man. Oh my god, that was amazing.
I'm definitely watching that probably at 5:02.
As soon as we get off the air,
As soon
we're
as I
watching
can.
Super. But yeah, I like that they're sneaking in characters from the Tournament Saga already, because I mean, Hit is a character from the
Mhm.
Tournament Saga, and he was the first person you wished for with the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
And now they're
cool.
adding Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, which is a form he attained when he fought Hit. But afterwards, you know, his body was destroyed almost.
Yeah, he was a lot more of a hoss than I thought he was in that show.
Yeah. Oh my god, man.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, Kaioken multiplies my power, so here is Kaioken times 10 on top of Super Saiyan Blue. You're like, what?
Like, stop it, Goku. Your body cannot take it.
Yeah. You're gonna destroy the planet, relax.
Yeah, and that's why your next supervillain is going to be that strong, because you're unstoppable.
Yeah. Basically, man, I loved how they did the new season and episode 66.
My favorite one since Android Saga, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like your favorite
Super
saga?
Trunks.
Oh yeah, nice.
Android and Cell was definitely my favorite one before this, yeah.
Before this one, yeah, that's definitely an amazing saga. The whole Android Cell saga.
Agreed.
Definitely
Agreed.
awesome. One of the best in DBZ. I
Indeed.
still like the Boo Saga, even though there's people like
I love
mixed
Boo
responses
Saga.
on Boo Saga. But yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It had all those fusions fusions
Yeah.
are easily my favorite thing from Dragon Ball Z. Like one of my favorite things in Dragon Ball Z. And
Yeah, even like the Babidi saga leading up to it was cool. Like that tournament leading into like the Pui Pui Yakan fights, like those are cool.
yeah, and Majin Vegeta.
Majin
Yeah.
Vegeta, yeah, that was dope. Like that season
Yeah.
is underrated.
Oh, too underrated. But yeah, Dragon Ball Super definitely needs to get a lot of love too, especially with their new seasons. First,
Seriously.
or with their new sagas. Like, yeah, the first saga was done terribly in the show.
Yep.
It was an adaptation of the movie, and they did it terribly. Like that,
Yeah.
no sugarcoating it. It was done awfully,
It
and
was awful.
and that
Frieza was better at least.
yeah,
in my opinion.
definitely. Yes, I did watch some of those because I was trying to skip it to get into the new stuff, but I did watch a few of the episodes of the Frieza saga
The fight
just
ones
to see
were
how it
great.
was. Oh yeah, the fight ones were superb.
That's what matters. That's
Yeah, that's all that matters. The
Yeah.
fight.
All that matters.
All that matters. But yeah, like after you get through the first season, or you can just skip the first two sagas of Super, watch the movies instead, and then just watch
Yep.
from episode 28 and onwards, and you will be watching all of the new stuff, which they have done beautifully.
Yeah, and the movies are always better quality anyway, so you might as well.
Yeah, the movies are great. The movies are awesome. Nim and I actually went and saw Resurrection F in the theater,
Oh, steady.
and it was awesome.
It was pretty good.
Like we're in the theaters as adults watching a Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna be in Toy Story 4 and
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Finding
are.
Dory.
Yes, we are, boy. Yes, we are. You're gonna go to all those movies. I can't wait.
Exactly. Oldest ones, like the only ones without kids, probably our age.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. I can imagine a lot of people our age bringing their kids to the movie.
Yeah, that's what's scary. Not for another decade. No.
Maybe yeah, 2-3 decades.
I'll enjoy this kids movie for myself. I don't need any kid to enjoy it with.
Right? Like, where is your child that you're taking this? You're like, I'm the child. I'm taking
Ignorant.
myself.
My inner child will enjoy this.
Yeah. I'm the one watching this movie.
I'll enjoy it more than any kid in here, I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
They don't even know what's going on. I can appreciate it.
Seriously, like all the kids who went to see Inside Out probably had no idea what was happening, and all the adults
Oh,
came
they
out
couldn't.
with existential crisis.
Literally, though. Like, you can't, like, show a kids movie to a group of 9 college students and all of them had wet eyes. Like, that's not good.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a kids movie.
Yeah. Not a kids movie. It makes a whole room of adults tear up.
And the kids are like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
They don't know. They're innocent.
Right? They're like, yay, they lived happily ever after. And you're like, his mental state's destroyed.
Little do you know, he's almost permanently mentally scarred.
Right. What about my islands?
What islands did I screw up in my life?
What are my core memories? What is happening?
It makes you really analyze. Like, if you're any bit of a conscious adult, you will analyze your life on that movie.
Yeah, definitely, man. Pixar is always on point. Can't wait for all their new movies. Yeah. Yeah, Xenoverse 2 just keeps getting better and better. So if you're one of those people waiting for it, it's okay. That you should wait for games for them to get better, or because launch titles aren't always great, except for Pokemon because they actually care about their games.
Yeah, exactly. They have enough experience.
And Xenoverse 2. There's way more than enough content in Xenoverse 2 right now to warrant a $60 price tag, I think, because yesterday just unlocked all the characters. Like, I just got the last character you wish for. I got Omega Shenron.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I have every single character in the game so far, all their forms. I unlocked the secret ending with Super Saiyan. Oh, I'm not even gonna say it. I unlocked the 2 secret endings.
Super Saiyan Rose 3.
No, I wish. Ooh, I can't wait till they put that in the game. Maybe they'll get it to, they'll add a new form to Goku Black. Be like,
They
this
have
one
to.
you can go Super Saiyan Rose.
They have to.
They gotta do it, yeah. Just the fact that it's not in the game right now made me disappointed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they have to give him all his new kit too from the show. But
Yeah.
they were probably like him and Hit were probably developed for the game like, way early, so they didn't, have enough time to like really flesh them out on the show before they put them in the game, which I understand. It's okay.
I understand
No
that.
problem. The show is still kind of going on now with the game's release, but that's
I
why we
think-
have DLCs. I mean, honestly, I think the DLCs for this will probably be worth it if it's gonna have all those super characters, because they
I
also
think so.
add stories into that too. Like they gave you story missions to go with those characters,
Yeah.
so it could be interesting.
No, I think it's cool they're coming out with like episodes in time with the game, so that like helps each other out. Like, you get more fun for the episode, so you get more fun for the game, and vice versa.
Yeah,
It's a good idea.
absolutely.
Very good idea.
And
And
Mhm.
I think I have a theory about where they're going for Dragon Ball Super after this.
Ooh, do you?
Yes. Okay. So you know, like Mira and the time shifts and everything.
In Xenoverse, yeah.
Yeah. I think they're just gonna go along with that, transition that after Future Trunks Saga.
You think they're gonna?
They've already done enough time stuff, so probably they can easily have a transition for like, oh, we snuck in through this time hole. Like,
Okay, okay. You think because
So
of
it
all
all
the time
connects.
travel stuff, they're gonna throw in the time patrollers
I think so.
into the show?
I think so. I think they're gonna add like those two time villains into the next saga.
I think that would be really
Theory.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's just weird that they came up with actual characters in a video game without being actual Dragon Ball Z characters. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Yeah, they're just brand new characters for the game, and they feel like they're characters from the show. Like they just fit into the game so well
Yeah,
with like
100%.
their villainous motivations and like just the way they talk and like their moves and everything. They just fit into the universe so well that you're
Mhm.
right. It would be really cool to bring them into the show. That'd be interesting to do, especially with how in the games your main character isn't Goku or Trunks or I mean it's kind of Trunks, but it's like
Kind of.
Trunks and your character.
Mhm.
So I feel like for the show they might change it to be like Trunks and then like Goku
Probably
and
Goku.
all of them, Goku
Yeah.
and Vegeta.
Yeah,
But-
I don't expect them to make like a crazy custom Frieza character for it. That's cool, but
Right.
I don't think so.
They just take like the #1 ranked player in like Dragon Ball
Good.
Universe 2 and make him into the show. That would be kind
That
of
would
crazy.
be a cool shout out, yeah.
Or like, because they are gonna do a world tournament, like Dragon Ball style into the game with the whole like stage and everything. So they might
Great idea.
like that. Wouldn't it be cool if like the winner of that world tournament got his character turned into a character on the show, and that's like the main guy for the time patrollers? That would be awesome.
That'd be sweet. I think that'd be a really cool like way to interact with the actual fans. So
Yeah,
get them into it.
that'd be something that like no other, I think no other entertainment franchise has ever done.
No, I don't. Definitely not. Definitely not. But that's probably in the top 5 biggest animes in the world. So
Yeah,
there's one of them to start.
yeah, especially now with Super picking up and being now Super is on Crunchyroll. It's on all of those online streaming, things for
Yeah.
anime, like and now it's getting an English dub too. Like they're already like,
Yeah,
working
thank
on that.
goodness.
Yeah, with Funimation, love or hate Funimation, at least we're gonna get an English dub with
Exactly.
Goku's regular voice.
Question.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if people didn't know why people hate Funimation, why do people hate Funimation?
I think people just don't like Funimation because of like certain choices for the voice actors. Like the most thing I hear is like
Okay,
King Kai's
okay.
voice. Like that's
Okay.
like that's like the biggest complaint I hear is like some of their voice acting choices are shit. Like King
That's
Kai.
what I didn't get, man. It's so much more epic,
Yeah.
like in Japanese.
It is. It is. He like sounds like a normal person.
And then he like tells those jokes, and I was like, "Gosh, damn, that's not the same person."
Yeah, you're like, stop it. I'm glad he has very limited scenes in Super.
Yeah, seriously.
So people can't really complain except for the first saga a little bit. It's gonna be
But-
annoying.
Yeah, in retrospect though, Goku in English, shits on
So
Goku Japanese.
Yeah, so much better. Like, come on. Like, no disrespect to the voice actor who does it, or the voice actress who does it in Japan, because
No, but
obviously it's a big
it's
legacy. She has the job because of her seniority, which, she's a legendary
Which
voice
is
actor over there, which
credibility,
is
so-
fine. Yeah.
yeah,
But-
no, I feel no disrespect. I just
Yeah.
don't like the fit for Goku.
It just doesn't fit adult Goku as well as the English voice fits adult
Yeah.
Goku. It doesn't sound good.
Sounds more
But-
like Tommy Pickles, and I shouldn't be Goku.
Exactly. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm really loving Xenoverse 2 so far, especially with all these little patches that they've been adding, and they're gonna keep doing little DLCs like this with new characters, like not just instructors, like that's just one thing,
Yeah.
meaning that we're gonna get 24 new skills to learn and
That's
to
so
apply
cool.
to your own character. Like I can't
That's
wait
so
to see all
cool.
those abilities, and they're gonna add brand new characters. Like that's just amazing. Like you
Yeah.
guys are doing amazing at Bandai Namco, and Dimps is the studio doing it. Like Dimps and Bandai Namco definitely doing a great job. And they even
Agreed.
just released another balance patch just the other day. So
Really?
yeah,
Okay,
they have
cool.
2 balance patches in the game so far.
They
And-
take out that guy's combos, that stupid Gogeta's bullshit combos.
That was Vegito. And there's many ways to counter that. No way.
I'm just kidding, it's just fun. But yeah, balance patches are very clutch. Oh. Yeah, that's another thing that we probably need to discuss sometime is Overwatch.
Oh, let's do it right now. Have you gotten to play with Sombra or any of the new game modes?
See her at least. I don't know. I didn't get to play. It was all Pokemon yesterday.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
So how is she though?
Yeah, dude, Sombra is awesome. Like, Sombra's kit is really fun. She has a lot of different, like, things that she can do strategically in a game. Like, her invisibility can get her to flank people, like, really easily. So she can flank, like, Genji and, like, you know, all those
Ooh,
really
that's
fast
nice.
characters.
Yeah,
But you
true
can't
Genji.
see her because she's invisible, too. Like, she's fast and invisible. And her teleport...
That's my character.
Yeah, and she has this ability where she throws this beacon and teleports to it. You know, like she
Yeah.
can teleport to it for the next 15 seconds, which you can use kind of like Tracer's recall. So you can put
Yeah.
it behind a pillar somewhere, and you know you're gonna go in for like, you know, take out some, you know, like put some damage on someone, then you wanna peace out. So you put it somewhere, and in those 15 seconds, go do some damage, and then just click the button before you die and just peace out. I mean, if you die, you
I
die,
love that.
and you don't get your
Yeah.
health back like, you know, a Tracer would. But still, it's a lot of, you
Worth
know,
it.
strategy you can do with it. And you
Yeah.
can even teleport to it while it's mid-air. So you can toss it up in the air somewhere and then teleport to it to get like leverage on somebody. You know, you can toss it to get to higher places. You know,
Yeah.
you can just toss it to the
Oh,
side
that's
and
cool.
jump to it to like escape if you're, you know, if you're like stuck somewhere.
Super useful. I'm just impressed that they literally made this many characters seemingly all even. Like, so many different abilities, completely different playstyles for each one, and then it still seemingly evens out.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, balancing is a hard thing, which is why I feel like that's why they're not trying to do, you know, like how League of Legends does or like how a MOBA would do in general, which is add a lot of heroes constantly.
Yeah.
Like so far since the game's come out, they've only added 2 new heroes, which a MOBA would have added at least a third one by now. If you know, even if they're going on a slower cycle, they would have at least had 3 out by now, maybe 4. But you know, Overwatch, I like how they're trying to like take it easy with the characters and make sure that like, because balance is a huge thing. If you start throwing in characters and you're coming up with new abilities and new techniques for these characters to use that the old characters don't have access to, those new ones are instantly going to be better than the old ones, no matter how you justify it, no matter how good you are as a player, unless you're just, you know, really, really good at the old one and you know how to destroy the new one. But they're still going to have mechanical advantages no matter what. You know, so they try and not do that with Overwatch. You know, everyone still kind of has seemingly balanced kit. You know, if it's their health bar that balances it out, or if it's like their mobility.
Damage they do.
Yeah, you know, mobility versus damage versus survivability.
Because it seems like I don't see an overwhelming amount of people playing like the same character. It seems like it's always very spread out. I always see everyone.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this game too. Like in like in one day of playing the game, you will see probably every character in the game at least once.
Yeah.
At least once, you know. Like you'll never play Overwatch for a day, and then be like, wow, you know, I haven't seen anyone pick this character. Like that usually won't happen.
Yeah.
Because every
No,
character suits certain playstyles.
Exactly.
And none of the characters I
Super
think
aggressive.
right now are super weak. You
No.
know?
No.
Yeah.
No, I've been killed by at least probably everyone besides Mercy.
Yeah.
And I have gotten killed by Mercy before. I was pissed.
I've been killed by Mercies before.
It's the worst. I'm like, damn it.
The healer just killed me. I feel worthless.
Exactly. There's like another road dog though, so I don't feel too bad. But
Yeah. But no, her best ability is probably her hacking ability. Obviously, that's like her main thing is her hacking, and it's pretty clutch. Like it comes in handy a lot of times. Like you can shut down anybody from using their abilities. Like if you have a Reinhardt, if you have like a Reinhardt guarding, you know, a bunch of people, like Reinhardt's shield, we can't get through
love
that. Okay, poop,
that.
poop, poop, hacked. now Reinhardt can't use his shield, charge, or anything. Like he's just standing there, a useless melee character,
love that.
like 10 miles away from you, where you can just
hate
shoot him.
Reinhardt.
He can't charge at you. He can't do shit for like a few seconds, and you can just have your way with him.
That's
But
beautiful.
you can do it to anything. You can do it to Torbjorn's turrets. You can do it to any character. You can do it to health packs, to have the enemy, like, to disable the health pack so the enemy can't take it. But your teammates can still take that health pack, but the enemy won't be able to. And it's the funniest thing, seeing someone running at a health pack and you're like, okay, boop, 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 disabled.
I like doing that on Bioshock too. If you've ever played that, or Nim, if you've played it.
I didn't play enough of it to know what you're talking about.
You can literally hack the health stations that your enemies use, and then like they go to it mid-battle to try to heal themselves, and then poison gas shoots out and they kill them.
Is that on like the multiplayer for Bioshock 2?
No, literally in the story mode.
Yeah, story
Oh, that's in the story mode.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Super clutch.
That is really cool. There is a boss in World of Warcraft's new dungeons like that. There is a boss in the dungeon where at the end of the fight, when he's at 25% health, he goes to drink from a potion to, boost himself. But if you poison the potion before you get into the fight, you basically end the fight when he's at 25% health or whatever it is. It's like almost a quarter of his health.
Ooh,
he just goes to drink from it to power himself up and instantly dies. You're like, oh, so sorry. I'm sorry.
You have to know that like before even going into the battle then.
Yeah, that's something if you like know that's like, oh, I can interact with that potion over there. I wonder what that's for. And then you go and do it, and you see the boss go for it, and you're like, oh, that's good.
That's like royalty of the game, and you just kill him off, kill off the entire royal family.
Yeah, just kill all the alliance leaders. We don't need that. The Horde will take over Azeroth.
Because you had to just poison some random potion. It didn't involve you at all. No, I'm just kidding.
Poisoning random people's drinks. Oh my god. But yeah, like that's a really cool like thing where they make you like, use abilities like that strategically, make you think like, okay, how can I use this situation?
Yeah. No, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Thinking outside the box of just normal direct boss fights.
Exactly, yeah. And, with Overwatch, like, Sombra's abilities are all very, like, tactical. Like, there's so much depth to her gameplay. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm pretty sure she's going to be one of those characters that have, like, a super high skill cap.
I see it.
Like, in the right hands, I can see people absolutely slaughtering people. With her,
I'm afraid
just massacres.
Like, now I have to worry about invisible people. Great.
Yeah, right. And they just jump out at you, and then she says a voice line every time she does. She's like, "Oh, over here," or some shit like that. And you're like, "Damn it, stop taunting me!"
Yeah, like, I know you're somewhere.
Oh my god.
In that case, I'm just gonna go the other direction. That's cool.
Yeah. I do love the new game modes though. Because so basically what they've done with this game now is quick play is now limited to only one hero. Like one of that hero per team. So you can't have like 6 Torbjorns on one team anymore in quick play.
Good.
But that game mode isn't taken out of the game completely because it's now one of the new arcade game modes called like free for all or something. I don't know what it's called, but you'll notice it. It's like one of the 3 game modes. The 3 game modes are 1-on-1 random hero, 3-on-3, and pick whoever you want. Yeah. So it's still in the game, but it's an arcade game mode. So the regular quick play is now gonna get you more prepared for ranked play. Because ranked play, you can only pick one person, like one of that hero per team, and you have to kind of like think about who you're picking and like team comps and everything, and, more properly than thinking, oh, if we just have 3 divas and just, flank them from each side, they can't do anything about it, which is true most of the time.
Yeah.
But you can't take those same tactics into ranked play because you can't have 3 divas on a team. So now it's gonna, so now when you're playing quick play, it's gonna, be more practice for ranked play, even if you don't intend on doing ranked play, even if that's not your intention, you're just gonna automatically be thinking of that one hero mentality. But you can still obviously switch heroes in between and everything. But yeah, so that's one of the cool things they did to quick play. And then the other really cool thing they did is have this reward system. So every week, every 3rd game you win, you get a loot crate,
That's
or a
cool.
loot box. I can't loot crate.
They
You get a
needed
loot
to
box.
expand that, yeah.
Yeah, up to 3 per week.
Great.
So it's not like you can sit there and farm for like an entire day and win like 30 games and get like, you know, a
It's the
shit ton of
perfect amount
boxes.
added.
Yeah, you get.
Like, that's everything they do, like updates like that. Like, I try to analyze it, and it seems like it's the perfect amount. It's just always the perfect amount. Like, not too far, but still something was needed, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the thing I love about Blizzard when they take their time to put in updates like this, you know, like they took their sweet time putting in arcade mode, and you can argue like, yeah, it was because they wanted to announce it at BlizzCon, which, you know,
Yeah.
I still think is true. They obviously wanted to push it until BlizzCon to have a big announcement there, because otherwise, who cares?
Makes sense.
You
Yeah,
know?
they probably try to afford everything they could for an event like that.
Yeah, that's why they you know, revealed Sombra at BlizzCon. You know, they showed us those WoW patches at BlizzCon, because they probably already had that information and wanted to show it before. But you know, they'll
Oh.
wait. But they'll also probably, you know, delay it to work on it some more and make sure the system is perfect. Or if it's not perfect, it's as close as it can be right now, before
Yeah.
they collect even more data. Because, you know, they might collect more data, they might collect more feedback and realize, okay, it's not quite right, and we'll tweak it a little bit, and then you know, if there's enough concern. But if like 1% of the population is like, man, we don't like this, they're gonna be like, okay, whatever. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
1% of the people. But if it's a substantial amount, then that's when they listen, which is fair. You know, you can't change your game because one guy doesn't like a feature.
No,
if the rest
exactly.
of
Yeah, you can't have that much power in one person. That is just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I like the philosophy they have with their patches. I like the way they
Agreed.
go around, you know, go about doing stuff like that. They take their time, make sure it works, make sure it's good, so they don't release garbage, because first impressions are everything, you know. And that's why, you know, certain games still have a bad reputation. Like Master Chief Collection has the worst reputation. At least, you know, when I talk about it to people, because I hate it still because of the first impression it gave us. It was the worst.
I know.
It's the
I know. It had
absolute
so much
worst.
potential.
Yeah, it has so much potential, you know.
And then we still played Halo 4 over it. Like,
Yeah.
that says volumes.
Yeah, we still played the older versions of the game on top of that, you know. And when
Yeah, with
people
a
have
quarter of the level.
yeah, seriously, when people have to go back to the older versions of your game, you know your new one isn't that good.
Yeah. Call of Duty. Everyone's more excited about your remake
Seriously.
drastically over your new game. That
Seriously.
should say something.
Dude,
Quit
that's-
making shit.
That's the only reason they even had sales on that game. I guarantee you, that's the
Exactly.
only reason people even bought Infinite Warfare or whatever the fuck this new one's called.
I do not know a human being that has bought it, though.
I don't know
I don't
one
know
either.
a single person.
Oh, well, my guildmate Dova did buy the game, and he is enjoying it.
Oh, yeah, he said it was good. Yeah, that's cool,
Yeah,
then.
he said it was good.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I guarantee it's still good. Like, I know the Call of Duty makers didn't make, like, a shit game. I just
Yeah.
don't like the direction they went with it. It seemed like they just tried to steal it from Halo.
Yeah, like they're moving more and more towards like the futuristic Halo type shooters, and it's like, no, that's not what Call
Yeah.
of Duty was about. Like Call of Duty was about like warfare, you know, like regular, you
Yeah,
know,
like
like
modern
World War
warfare.
Two, you know, like World War One and Two, yeah, like modern warfare, not even like futuristic warfare, just like
Yeah.
you know, like Modern Warfare was a
Like, shit
perfect
that's
mix.
happened.
Yeah, Modern Warfare games were like the perfect mix of like, you know, current tech and like a little bit of a futuristic spin-off onto it, but like not too crazy, not like too
Yeah.
into the Halo, you know,
Yeah,
world.
lasers and stuff. I just assume it should be Halo or Destiny.
Yeah, like power weapons, all that stuff. Like, no, calm down with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And just you know, their business model and just the way that they've been doing things is just awful. It's too repetitive. You know, if you do the same thing every year, you know, people are gonna get burnt out, no matter like if it's a good game or not. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably an amazing first-person shooter, but so is the last one and the one before it and the one before it, and they were all the same.
Yeah, that's how you know what kind of person is in charge of that project.
Yeah.
There's some people that literally make crazy innovations every title they release, and then there's Call of Duty.
Exactly. Like a great example would be Titanfall 2.
Yes,
Which was-
exactly.
Yeah, you know, like still published by EA of all companies, and they
Yeah.
don't have a season pass. They refuse to charge people for multiplayer DLC.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
EA of all companies. Like I was
I
like,
know.
what?
Someone else was in charge of that project.
Right? Like the CEO of like EA like owed him a favor. Like he saved his life from drowning or something, and he's like, the only favor I want is no DLC for Titanfall 2, and then he almost had a heart attack.
Like if I didn't owe you my life, it would be a hell no.
Right. If you didn't save my kids from drowning. Probably something.
Save my kids from drowning. I'm a giant titan in space.
You gotta build a wall around Earth. We don't want those titans coming in.
Space wall, yeah. America. Gotcha.
Build a space wall. Those dang aliens coming in.
Keep those illegal aliens out, literally. God damn it. Gosh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Can we recite Biden memes now? No, just kidding.
Biden. It's like the best thing to come out of the last 2 weeks.
Literally, yeah, the only thing good about the election has been Biden memes.
Right, and now Kermit the Frog is back.
Oh, dude.
He's back on the scene.
So funny. Also me, like, it's so funny.
Right. Oh my god, one more episode. Also me, finish the season.
Yeah. That's me on Super right now.
Yeah. Finish it.
Just watch it.
Just watch the damn show.
And
so
it's
good.
literally pulled up on my computer now, though. I'm just waiting until 5:01.
Nice, you will not regret it. You gotta tell me what you think about it too once you're finished playing.
Oh yeah,
Or once you're finished
5:21. I'll let
watching
you know.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, Overwatch's new patch is just awesome. It got me back into playing Overwatch a bit. Ooh, and I also did my first ever match of that random 1v1 the other day.
Oh yeah?
Because I was like nervous about that because I haven't played Overwatch
too, yeah.
consistently in a really long time. And, you know, just in general, I'm not really that good at Overwatch anymore. So I was like, this is going to suck. I'm going to get, like, smashed 5 times in a row. Because you have to win 5 games. Like, it's best out of... it's like, you know, you have to win 5 games first, and that's how you win. But, I actually beat the guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Who'd you
won.
pick?
And, what?
Who'd you pick?
Oh, so the thing is, they pick random characters for you.
Oh.
And they also give the other guy the same character. Like, so both of you have the same character, so it's a mirror match.
So it's really a test of skill. That's
Exactly. So no one can say, like, ooh, he had a Tracer and I was, like, Roadhog, that's not
That'd be
fair,
bullshit,
you know?
though.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you have, like, a Tracer against, like, a Reinhardt, what are you gonna do?
I would love that. Yeah, please, Reinhardt. I've had angst against you since I first started playing this game. Please let me do this.
You know, like, that'd be impossible. So, like, that was my concern, and I didn't know enough about it to, like, know that it was gonna be the same character. But when I started playing, I noticed, I'm like, oh, they gave you the same character? Okay. That's
cool.
That's a little more balanced. And one of the characters they gave us was Pharah, and I was like, I cannot lose this.
Oh, of course.
Like, I haven't played in a long time, so I wasn't that good with Pharah anymore, but I'm like, how bad's it gonna look if the character I have 14 hours on?
No, yeah.
I lose with, but I won. I won, and I had like 30 health left, and I was like,
Nice.
gotta get that last shot in, and I did it.
It's like the best of like 9 lives, right?
Yeah, I think it's like the best out of 9. You have to win a total of 5 matches, and I think it came down to like last point. It came down to 4 and 4.
Super scary.
Yeah, because I won 3 in a row, and then he won a couple, and then I won a 4th one, and he won like one. I almost won like the last one we did, like where he got the 4 because we were McCree, and I'm not used to McCree, but I did get the flashbang in, but I didn't think I got it in, but I got the hit of the flashbang, and I was, you know, I like panicked and like tried to do like the 6 fire shot, and I only got like 4 of those bullets in, and instead of the whole thing, so he had like one sliver of health left, and as soon as he was out, he just popped me. I was like, no! No, it has to come down to the last one, and the last one was Bastion. Out of all the heroes, the only one I like never play. Well, one of the only ones I never play.
Zarya, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah,
I forfeit.
if it was Zarya, I would have forfeit too. But
I don't know how to use any of those weapons.
it was Bastion. So what we did, and there's no health packs or anything, and the only way you can heal is if you're one of the characters who has a heal. So Bastion has a heal. So I would go around we'd shoot each other and then hide and heal ourselves, and then shoot each other, hide and heal ourselves. I'm like, God damn it, this is gonna take forever.
Yeah.
So I just got, it happened for a while, and then I got a little bit ballsy, and I went up and I, started shooting him for a bit, and then I went and hid again because he almost killed me, and then my ult came up. So as soon as it came up, I just went in, and I think his came up at the same time, but I was already in my ult form, so I just gave him a few good shots. What up, dude? I gave him a few good shots, and I beat him at the last second. I'm like, whew.
Yikes.
Almost lost. We got some YouTube chat here. Maya, you talking about Farah? Is that who you're saying you love? Yeah, because I think I was talking about Farah, and she typed in the comment, "Love her," all caps. Yeah, Farah is my absolute favorite character in that game.
Same.
Or was.
Her and Reaper.
Yeah, but I'm really bad at her now. I'm not as good.
Yeah.
I need to practice.
No, I think we just are too direct about it now. Like back when I used to play it, I used to be really sneaky. I'd get on buildings and only attack when I knew I had the advantage.
Yeah.
And now I'm just going in people's faces and trying to rocket them. It's just I was smarter back in the day.
Yeah, I need to get back. Oh, she said yes. Then yeah, dude, I love Farah too. But yeah, I need to get smarter about playing this game again. Yeah, because I'll be doing that too. I'll just get in people's faces and I'm like, damn it, no, I have to play smart.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get back to the roots, when I was nervous to play the game originally.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm too ballsy now. No, characters still have limits. They still have health bars.
Too confident.
Yeah, gotta keep telling myself I suck at this game. I suck at this game. Go and hide.
It's everything the law of attraction has disproved me. It's the exact opposite of everything I've learned.
Yeah, can't just go in rockets blazing. But yeah, Overwatch, really good new patch, and the 3 out of 3 mode, you get to pick your own characters, but it's 3 out of 3. Oh yeah, and 1v1 and 3v3 is all on that new map, that Echo Point Antarctica.
I do want to see it because I have not gotten that one yet.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's almost like, it reminds me almost of what's it called? Oh my goodness, what is that one map called? The other, it's almost like the other snowy map, but it's kind of like Gibraltar if it had snow. But yeah, I guess it would be like that one. Yeah, there was another map that was covered in snow too. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, yeah, if it was any other map, it would be more like Gibraltar covered in snow, but smaller. And with more outdoor areas than the indoor ones. But
that's good.
It's a pretty cool map. The architecture looks like Gibraltar, not the setup mostly. But it's a pretty cool map, and that's the one you play your 3v3 and 1v1s on. And the 3v3 you get to pick whatever character you want, but it's still a 1 hero limit. You can't have 3 Sombras.
Good.
And the cool thing about it too is that you it's like an elimination match. It's once you die, you're dead, and it's the last man standing who wins. Or the last team standing. That's the one who wins. So it's kind of like World of Warcraft 3v3 arenas where you go in, you kind of have to strategize about your team comp, and then you go in, you're like, okay, we're gonna take out this guy first, and then this guy and this guy, and you have to do it, and you have to kind of strategize with it. Doing it with random people was kind of difficult, but we did win a few times, and I think it's best out of 7, if I remember correctly, or best out of 5. I think it was best out of 5. And yeah, that mode was really fun too. There's a lot of cool strategic things you can do because there's no health packs anywhere. So you have to grab a healer with you if you want healing, or a soldier 76 who can heal, heal your entire group.
Yeah, that's what's tough because it's only 3-on-3. A healer's cool to heal you and stuff, but there's gonna be 3 other people attacking full force on you. That's just some strategy right there.
Yeah, unless they also have a healer, so it might be balanced out. So you don't know before you get into the game, which is cool. You have to kind of try and predict what their comp is gonna be, or just try and make a comp that you can face most comps with. And I'm sure out of this, there's gonna probably be a best comp or a worst comp to do based on the internet data or whatever, based on whatever people think, but
statistics.
It's still fun to mess around with stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a fun mode for when you don't have 6 of your friends online. It's you and 2 of your buddies, you can just get on and play.
I think that would be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and the first match you win out of either of those new modes, you get a loot box. You just get a free loot box just for playing. Yeah, just for winning one, like just for winning the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a weekly thing or it's just a one-time ever thing, because I
It's
haven't done
definitely
it.
a weekly thing.
Should be, but there's still the
Yeah.
3 extra boxes you can get on top of your leveling up boxes. So that's good. They give us more options to get free boxes instead of having to buy them to get more. Which you never have to buy them. Obviously, you can get the boxes through playing the game. But if you want to get like 10 at a time, you probably have to buy them.
Yeah. That's what I saw a lot of people do during Halloween season.
Yeah, Halloween. If I had extra money during Halloween season, I would have bought some boxes.
yeah.
But college student.
No. You can still buy them like now, though, right?
No, you can't buy the Halloween stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gone forever.
No.
That's
Hopefully
what
next
sucks.
Halloween, but gosh damn, like Reaper's gone.
They have to bring back the Reaper skin at least next year's Halloween, because that was the best one.
That was.
Yeah.
They had candles on his gun.
So cool. That was a pumpkin.
Yeah, that was a new level design right there.
Yeah, definitely worth the in-game 3,000 gold to try and get it, or just a chance of a loot box, because it was a cool skin that I know people worked really hard on.
Yeah, like the director is like, okay, just make something kind of simple for Reaper, no worries. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy's like, oh, simple, you say? So I'm getting that promotion today.
Here's 12 candles on this gun. Here's a glowing skin.
You're like, holy crap, how much are we gonna charge for this? I was thinking, lowballing, 3,000 gold. Like, what?
Well, everyone else is 1,000.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, we're at our deadline. We need to release it anyway. Good thing they did, though, because it looks amazing.
Yeah, they might bring it back, because like usually with games like this, with like seasonal skins, they do it just the one time, and next year they do like new ones.
Okay, cool.
But maybe if it's popular enough, they'll bring it back out of, quote, the vault. Like League of Legends did that for a while. Like there was some skins in the
That'd be
game
cool.
that you could only get like the first couple of years of playing. And they weren't anything magnificent. It's just like people wanted them because like they were completionists. And for a while, for a limited time, down the line, they're like, okay guys, we're gonna release these out of our vault for these next, few weeks, and you can buy them. And then we're gonna put them back in, and you'll never be able to buy them again ever. Stop bothering us about them.
At least they were honest.
Yeah. So, maybe if Blizzard does take that philosophy of like just once ever, maybe they will in the future bring them all back out and be like, hey, happy 5th anniversary of Overwatch, you can buy the Reaper skin again. And then we'll be like, fuck, people still play Overwatch.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Nah, they'll be playing Overwatch for a
I'd
while.
still be playing Overwatch finally.
Yeah.
I'd probably finally get it.
I'll just buy it for you on your birthday next year. Just play it.
I would still play it, yeah. Going through withdrawal, I just do it when I go to someone's house.
Right, or Christmas, yeah.
Yeah,
Christmas is coming up.
still getting withdrawals every time I stop playing.
Then buy it, bro. Buy it for yourself and play.
I'm still
No.
playing Bloodborne, and now I have Pokemon.
Yeah, I know, too many games.
And then I call Kyle up on Bloodborne now. That's cool.
Nice, where is he at?
He could. He didn't know how to equip weapons, so he was like really, really, really stuck on that first wolf. He's like, I died 30 times. Like, I don't know how to do it now. I was like, do it.
That's funny.
I do it with my hands though. Not
Yeah.
to show off.
But you can accept your death and just move on from the wolf boss.
That's what I
From
said.
the
Yeah.
beginning
You
wolf,
can
yeah.
go past him.
Yeah, you can just die, accept it, and just move on. And
Yeah,
then you'll get
yeah.
weapons, and you'll get to go back and smash its face.
Yes, which is the greatest thing. He started off with your axe too.
Oh, nice! The axe that turns into the halberd.
Yes. The
Yeah.
thing is, that little spin attack is the most useful thing on the planet.
Dude, I know. The halberd was one of my favorite weapons in Dark Souls, and when I
Okay.
saw it in Bloodborne, I'm like, gotta have it.
Have you used that threaded cane at all?
No, but I want to. The one that's like a whip.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is easily the longest reach, and it is so useful.
Yeah. How far are
Yeah.
you now into the game?
I guarantee at least 80% of the way done.
Oh wow. Yeah,
I
I
just-
need to catch up to you.
Oh, yeah, I've been playing a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, Nemesis Nightmare I'm at, and it's like at the last gravestone. I'm pretty sure
Oh.
this is like in the last 2 bosses probably.
Ooh, nice, dude. You're getting there. About to finish your first Souls-like game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I beat Rom, the Vacuous Spider, which was like online one of the number 2 hardest boss in the game, so I feel really good about that.
Nice. See, I told you, once you start beating these bosses, you're just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's so satisfying. I was like literally screaming probably when I beat it.
Nice, man. That's the best feeling of any video games when you finally beat that
Oh
challenge.
yeah, after 27 failed attempts.
Oh my.
Finally, I can move on. See what else this game has to offer.
Nothing feels better. Oh, we have some YouTube chat here. Oh, our buddy Dova came back from a state exam and he passed. Congrats, Dova.
Congrats.
Congrats for passing finally. Nice,
Big
man.
stuff, yeah.
Nice, bro.
Very nice.
Congrats,
Very
man.
nice. Celebration.
Now he's gonna get a new job and, get shit together. Nice, bro. Nice. More doors opening for you. Congrats
Yes.
on passing the exam. Definitely some great news. But yeah, I'm really glad you're that far into Bloodborne, man. You should get Dark Souls 3 after
I am.
that, man. You
I
have
am.
to.
No,
so
yeah, it's
fun.
not even a question in my mind anymore.
Yes, I'm still on my first. I'm still on my first playthrough. I haven't gone to New Game Plus with my guy yet, so I can still like run around and like do stuff with you, like.
Hell yeah.
Because the
Hell
only
yeah.
time when you can't do it is if I'm on New Game Plus and you're on the other New Game, I think.
Okay.
Unless they changed it somehow in Dark Souls 3. That's how it was in the other games. But yeah, dude, I have
all
that.
good.
We can run around, be like
Yeah.
mess around with some people on PvP.
That'd be cool. You gotta help me beat that crow dragon.
Oh man, you got this. If you're gonna finish Bloodborne, you're gonna just blaze through Dark Souls like easy, 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 easy.
Oh,
That's how it was when I finished Dark Souls 1 and I went into 2. It was still a hard game, but like I knew how to play.
Oh yeah. It was funny, like just doing the first area in Bloodborne. I just like literally wipe out everyone in the entire city. no problem.
Yeah. You just go back and you're like, I remember when this was hard.
Yeah, exactly. I took this so slow the first time, and then I just like sped through it. Didn't even stop. It was slashing people's throats.
You're like, you killed me? Wow.
Yeah. Even the giant pig had no chance.
Right. You're like, what up? What up? Come at me, boy. Bring that ass here, boy. Come here.
Oh yeah. So nice of you. Yeah. Once you get like that style down, it's like such a different style of like combat. It's every motion you make is vital.
Yeah.
That's what's
Definitely.
seemingly different about this game.
Yeah, like any other game, like you can, like in Dragon Ball, if I make a bad move, I can just Z vanish around and teleport and like, correct my move. But in this game, you
Yeah.
make a bad move, you get killed.
Yeah. Dodge at the wrong time. Oh, there's 90% of your health.
Yeah.
Now the boss is right over you. You can't even use potions.
Now you're actually screwed.
Yeah. Now you've nothing you can do.
Yeah. But that's the best thing about that kind of gameplay. It just keeps you on your feet all the time. And then once
yeah.
you have it nailed down, you just feel like so much more powerful in the game. Like once you have that shit nailed down, you're like, man, this is good. Like I actually feel like I've grown in power. Like you feel the improvement
Yeah,
in your
definitely.
playstyle. Like not like other games where like you still get better and you get through the game, but enemies are still annoying and hard to beat. Like in this one, you're like, psh, fucking slapping them
Yeah.
around, no big deal.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
I
such
know.
a nice feeling.
Yeah, you're like, you're gonna attack here, and I'm gonna dodge here, and stab.
Yeah. That's what the difference is, yeah. Every other time I was like, okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And I'm like, okay. I know what you're gonna do.
Nice. I'm really glad you got into the Souls games.
Definitely. In the top 10 games now.
Nice.
Definitely has breached that list.
That's awesome. Yeah, ooh, this, since we're coming up on the end of the show, there's this little piece of cool news here for another game you play. Rocket League is going to release a new custom training mode where you get to basically set up the environment how you want it with like the ball's position, the trajectory, like anything like that you can just practice. You can practice like trick shots, you can practice playing the game in general. Yeah, flying. Like there's a GIF I'm watching of this guy who placed the ball at a certain angle where it would like kind of like alley-oop him off the back wall, and then he just jumps at it and smacks it into the goal. Like to practice stuff like that. So that's gonna be cool for people like me who don't know how to play this game.
No, exactly. Like angles are the hardest part, and those giant bounces are really hard to actually try to fly to. It's impossible.
Yeah. Now you can practice all that stuff with their new custom training mode. So if you have Overwatch and you've always wanted, so there's 3 training modes now called Rad Angles, Freestyle, and what? Profiling. Freestyling and profiling, and Protect the Net.
Yeah, definitely.
So you get to practice.
Angles.
Yeah, you get to be a goalie too. You get to practice doing that.
That's good. That's useful.
That was always me when I played soccer when I was younger. I played goalie.
Goalie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually goalie or defense. I was pretty decent at it. Never
I like
attacked
defense,
though.
Yeah.
Never attacked. My ball handling was terrible. I could never go on forward.
Speed is 90% of my battle. Like,
yeah.
That's what's fun on defense. Like, they have to worry about dribbling the ball, and I just kick it away.
Yeah. Come here.
It's like, oh, I just have to be faster than you, and then I kick it. Got it. Got it.
Basically. Yeah,
I love soccer.
Some nice welcome improvements to Rocket League and Overwatch here.
It's awesome.
And I guess the last thing we'll say is don't forget that the Nexus Challenge is still going on, where you play Heroes of the Storm, and if you play with your friend in a party and win 15 games, you will unlock the Oni Genji skin in Overwatch. And yes, you can do it on console too if you have your accounts linked up. And if you play 30 games or more, you unlock total of 5 new heroes in Heroes of the Storm. But the news for Overwatch is just a 15 plus. So play with your buddies, and yeah, I have an account so we can all play together. And I'll carry us with my Illidan. But we will have to stop the fun right now. It's the top of the hour. It's 5 o'clock. Thank you all for tuning in. Sorry about our little technical difficulties in the beginning. We promise we'll be better about that in the future.
Yeah, it won't happen again.
Yeah. Thank you, Zero, for still, trying to get into the show, even though you couldn't make it. Appreciate that.
Cool.
Thank you, Nim. Thank you, Nim, for being here as a guest.
Thank you, Nim.
Yeah. And thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. Have one.